This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Tariq.
Hey.
Hey, so it's another week of just you and me as William is stuck in the mirror dimension at this point.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe if we find a Rafflesia dead man, we can go off and find him in our dreams, in his dreams.
Yeah, we have to free William from his dreamscape he's in.
Yeah.
Right? He's probably unconscious somewhere in a ditch or behind or in the trunk of a car in a dimension right now where he cannot escape from, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Boy, hey, so I like how this is supposed to be a filler episode, I guess, until like the main plot starts rolling again, but...
It's a weird... I mean, is it considered... I mean, I guess it's technically filler in a sense.
Right? Because this isn't... Right, but there's still, like, stuff that happens in here, right?
Yeah.
But I would consider this as filler because it doesn't... Like, this has nothing to do with, like, the main plot of, like, hey, what's Phoenix up to? Who can we trust in the government? Right? That won't sell us out? Right? Like, what's Florida's doing right now?
I mean, I guess it's
right?
like... I guess you could say that this episode is more of, like, a... It's not that it's filler, it's just that it's, like... It's one where we don't necessarily learn anything new. It's just, like, nothing... There's just things that are continued to be reinforced of, like...
Right.
Okay, yeah, we already knew that fucking Akaishi was bad news. Okay, yeah, we pretty much had, it confirmed that, like, Red Demon would be Veil. We've got this... This is not... Like, this isn't a crazy stretch of, like, an episode. Nothing yeah, I guess it's nothing new happens, but it's like... It's still something where...
Right.
There's more... Like, it continues to reinforce, like, yeah, no, shit's building up, like...
Oh, yeah. A lot of still scheming behind and everything,
yeah.
Right? And then it's the boy. Hey, I forgot that character's name from the family. I just like how he just has a gun. This episode.
Okay, yeah. So, oh my god,
I was confused for a second. I was trying to figure out. Wait, was that Hiromi?
No.
Then I realized, that's not Hiromi. That's the other guy.
See, my issue was, that happened right. The way that shot was framed, it starts with Aguilera like staring off at Sakura, and then it just shifts to the gun. I thought, oh my god, she's got a gun. Oh my god, she's got a gun. Who the fuck gave Aguilera a gun? What the fuck? And then it turned out it was the guy behind her. And I was like, damn. Damn. That would have been fucking amazing. Again, also, I'll say this. Really would have been great for William to be here because that's another point where we went, yeah, that's just a real-ass gun. This is a series where we've already canonically had the main...
Oh, yeah, we gotta remember, Japanese children media says it's okay to have guns in
I
them,
guess so
right?
now, but, like...
you can't have that in American children's media, You don't see the Paw Patrols going around with a gun.
God, I wish.
Right?
I mean, once June comes around, I can make my doggo in fucking Monster Hunter have a gun, so, that sounds about right for me.
Right.
But, fucking, like... The fact that this is a series that also has the Gundaphone or whatever that all the Phoenix members have, and they start off with that stupid shit where it's like, okay, yes, usual Kamen Rider sent like tokusatsu, like, oh, it's a laser gun, but it's like also your communication device, whatever thing. And then there have been two instances already where a real gun has shown up, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, remember how blown away we were when Chameleon Deadman revealed him, like, got caught, and, like, Hiromi and Daiji both pulled out, like, the slightly, like, more realistic Phoenix guns that were, like, really rounded. And they're like, whoa, wow, that's pretty close to a real gun. And then maybe 4 or 5 episodes later, we have the whole double cross episode, and the bitch pulls out a real fucking gun, and in this episode, there's another real fucking gun. There keeps being real fucking guns.
It's crazy how much real guns there are in the show, right?
Maybe that's the hallmark of the
Kamen Rider season?
Maybe that's the hallmark of the Reiwa era, right? Because we had Jin in 01. We didn't have anybody in Saber, but maybe that's what Reiwa is. It's all real guns.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's the year of the gun, right?
If Reiwa goes down in history for anything, it'll be known as the Imperial Year of the Gun.
Mm-hmm. Right. Boy, I just couldn't believe when I was like, I think we say it to him. I was like, oh wow, like because before when we usually have guns, it's like far enough to be like, it could be like one of those prop guns, but like no, this just looks up like a real gun that someone fucking went to a store to buy, right? Usually when it's far away, you can tell that that's probably a prop gun,
right? Or
right?
Some kind of
someone.
It's not even like, you can see the point where they take the it's like a BB gun. You can see clearly where they took the plastic bit off or they sprayed it over. I had to look back at it and I went, oh, that looks quite like a gun. That might be a real ass gun. That's a lot of gun there.
And don't worry, I'm pretty sure Japan has better gun safety regulation than America. So,
I mean, it's not great. That's for sure.
Hey, look, we can only have so many tragic events in a week, all right? At some point, it just becomes normal, right?
I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but boy, I wish you weren't.
Hey, don't worry, look, we're never wrong, right? Because this is our weekly unnamed tokusatsu podcast series about Kamen Rider Revice. If we discuss where I also the personal years on about tokusatsu cover, we'll be joined by our friend William, but who mysteriously has disappeared once again back into the multiverse. I hope he's not in the Morbius.
Oh God,
hope he's not hanging out with Michael
taken by
Morbius
the Vulture
right now. To kill Spider-Man? To team up with Morbius to kill Spider-Man? Right? As we're joined by our good friend Tariq to discuss the latest Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Revice. Hey, this is episode 31, Illusionary Guidance, Dream Afterwards, right? So this is pretty much just more of I guess you want to say an arc or a two-parter, right? Continuing off from yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
last week's episode.
I guess this has been since... I wouldn't even say that this is since we got into this new arc. I guess it's still true since it's been kind of true since the beginning of we're back in the Kamen Rider formula of, hey, we're going to meet an enemy of the week, we're going to meet somebody dealing with a problem, and somehow the two are going to intersect and become related, and they're both going to be solved by dealing with it.
Somehow helping a small child find their lost cat has something to do with the conspiracy of the military organization.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the kid's dad is part of it,
or
right?
something like that, yeah.
Tied up. Yeah, right?
The kid's dad was from the experimentation thing, and he's fucking experimenting on a cat for some reason.
We'll find a connecting point between these two unrelated subjects, right? Right, there's a conspiracy, and we're gonna find it somehow.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so hey, Iki's straight up knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not.
He's tripping straight balls. By the way, 420 right now. Blaze it.
Oh, that's right. And we're recording this on 420. Hey, look. Iki's if only Iki had a plan.
Yeah, that allowed him to reach some kind of higher level of thinking and have an out of body experience. Where he could really feel himself and rework his brain chemistry and get back lost memories.
Hey, maybe that's what Hiromi needs.
Right?
No,
that's not entirely wrong. I mean, it's probably not the worst idea, honestly. At this point, they're already giving him a shittily made home video, so. Oh
boy, hey, I can't wait till we talk about that. Boy, that's gonna be a whole thing about that. But yeah, hey, Iki's still having his whole PTSD nightmare hellscape where it turns out he was the one that caused his friend to break his leg. Boy, this is actually such a wild revelation, right? That we found out the reason why Iki quit soccer, right? Because there was a fan theory going around before, right? That people say that it was because of Vice.
I mean, technically that's not entirely wrong. By what we learned by the end of it, I guess. Because Vice. All right, so through the power of hallucinogenic plants, fucking Iki finally realizes that he's just like fighting his past like opponents, which, I mean, he killed the last guy that he fucking fought against, so I don't understand why he didn't immediately piece that together. And he was like literally playing off of a recorded loop of like his memories. But then, like, essentially Iki in the past gets taken all the way back to his time in high school, watches him slide tackle his friend like in the front, and like his friend, I guess, twisted his ankle or like broke his, like, it's not that he kicked him in the ankle, right? It's that he just went for the ball and his friend tripped and like hit ankle to like ankle, right? So
right. So to you guys, I'm not a soccer expert, right? Or known in the international world a football
or a sports person.
Right. Yeah. Right. Hold on. I played UA. Does that count for like a good?
I don't think that counts. I don't think that counts at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that does not give me.
No. If anything, I think that makes you probably less likely to play sports.
Oh boy, but yeah. So does that like so I'm rewatching it. It looks like he does trip him over, right? But it looks like the guy mainly trips so we don't see his leg twisting as he fall. So I have to assume by connection.
Yeah, by the cutaway that he fucks up his ankle real bad.
Right.
I mean,
That's my
here's what I'd say.
Happening.
I think this is funny simply for the fact that it is soccer, aka football, aka whatever, fuck it. And it is sort of infamously known as like the one where people like make the most theatrical like wipeouts when they get like fouled or something. But like, it's soccer also does have like I think one of the highest, if not the highest, recorded injuries, just because people kick and stuff. Whether or not they're super valid or not is up for debate. But like, I mean, presumably, right, they're wearing shin guards. And like, okay, I guess I'm looking at it. He went shin to ankle. That can hurt.
Right.
That can hurt pretty bad. But shouldn't have sucked. Get good. The coach said, "Hey, play like you mean it." So he played like you meant it. It's your fault that you fucking.
This is the real world.
Yeah, you should have seen that coming. But yeah, I mean, this is why in like kids soccer they don't allow you to slide tackle, because it's like they're afraid that a kid's gonna fuck up another kid. But even then, right? Because I played soccer pretty much all from like elementary school through high school, but like, rec league stuff. But like, when there are plenty of times where you just crash shin to shin against somebody and just one of the two of you are gonna like, just by physics, one of you is gonna like keep going through, like you're either both gonna stop or one's gonna go flying over the other person just because they get like their shins knocked into each other, and they're just gonna like eat shit, and yeah, it's gonna hurt. But that's what shin guards are for. As for like, like, and even to the point where we get to the full backstory and we get to like Jiko in the hospital, like even Jiko is like, I mean, it was soccer. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not blaming you, really. Like, I just want you to, like, carry on our dream, like, my dream for me. Which isn't the most douchebag thing of it. Like, he was trying to be nice about it. It just turns out that Iki internalized that, got a complex about not being good enough at soccer, and that made him want to stop doing the thing that he likes so much. And then, because he thought that, and because it was causing him so much pain, Vice's contract kicked in, and he stole his memories. Which is like, oh, that's interesting. That's confirmed as just a thing that's happening, and we finally get confirmation on the fucking pictures by the end of it because of this. Like,
right, which I'm still thinking that's not how this should all work, right?
I mean,
I'm still very...
Yeah, I don't understand why it's affecting the pictures.
Right. Like, if it was affecting people's real life memory, I would have been more belief. I was like, this isn't Back to the Future, too,
Yeah.
you know?
It's not
right?
removing you from the
Right?
past.
Like, Inky's not being erased at a time frame.
Because everybody
right?
else still remembers
Right.
it. It's just that he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Right, I was like, ooh, boy, I was gonna save that bit for when we get to edit.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, it's just the whole. You can't talk about basically the dream world and what happens without basically, because it's not like a bunch happens that's super pivotal, but the things that are revealed in it are the things that matter. Where it's like, so Vice can just snatch memories, huh?
Yeah, right.
That like, I'm trying to think of like, there have been plenty of Kamen Riders where it's like, oh, there's a consequence to your, like, you using your powers over and over again. I can't remember one where someone was losing their. I feel like there was one. Oh, well, no, I guess. What was it? It was Zeno. Which one? What was the secondary rider in Deno? Was it Zeno? Was it? No, it was. It was like, I know it was Altair form.
Yeah. Fuck. What was his? Fuck.
He had a V theme.
Yeah.
Vega?
Yeah,
Kamen Rider Vega? Was that it?
No, wait, no. Was that no? That was one of his form. It's okay. Hold on. Fuck. I have to look this up again. Zeronos.
Zeronos. Yeah. Wasn't that part of his thing? Was that he would be losing like more of himself or something? Because he was the past version of his future self, come back to like protect the girlfriend, like the Deno's like sister and shit, and like it eventually if he kept using like the rust form or whatever, he'd lose his powers or some shit, or lose his memory. Something, there was something to it. I don't remember the exact consequences, but that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head where it's like a direct one-to-one of like, yeah, if you keep using this, you're gonna lose yourself.
I mean, a more recent we could just do is use the disaster fucking on one, right?
I guess, but the disaster wasn't transforming. Disaster was just like literally his core. His body was not holding up anymore. Like, that was his demon his Megiddo body not holding up anymore. So it wasn't necessarily, it wasn't related to him being like a Kamen Rider. It was just, he was there for a good time, not a long time. Like, he was trying to just
look. Look, he was getting close to the expiration, but he kept clicking remind me later.
Basically,
like, look, I'll pay for.
Yeah.
I'll pay for this, just not now, right?
Yeah.
I guess I guess you could say that. Boys, but it's a thing, Deno, so probably yes. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, by the end of anyway, so yeah, the whole thing is anyway, I guess the Rafflesia dead man is putting people into hallucinogens. Thanks, Tamaki, for letting us know that with your insight. Hey, at least Tamaki's good for something of like, oh yeah, I know that dead man. We used to work with that guy all the time. And so he's able to actually give more information than anybody else in the room.
You think he should have brought this up?
I mean, he didn't see it until he walked in, got punched in the face, and then fucking looked at the TV. Like,
I feel like that's one of the things when you escape a cult, you should tell the people. Oh yeah, so this is where the cult has.
Well, that's the thing is, I think he only knew as much as he knew when he was when it was like the dead man's fucking. I keep wanting to say like call it Wonderland because of the fucking anime, but no, Dead Man. Their like weird squid jellyfish base. The club. I think that like by then all of his information was outdated because he didn't know about the Giftarians until they had already left, and had their falling out with Olteca. So, I mean, basically he's operating on. I mean, pretty much other than phase 1s and maybe phase 2s, he's pretty much out of the loop.
He's spitballing. He's like, hey, probably.
I mean, at least with because he said with Rafflesia, because apparently there's some rarity to the variation of Deadmans, because I guess we haven't had a plant-based Deadman before, right?
Yeah, because we've only had organic.
Well, okay,
like
plants are
animals.
organic. Let's hope.
Okay, I mean, but
We
like,
haven't had.
like animals,
we've only had
right.
yes, animate like live animals sort of thing.
Yeah, right. Like we haven't had like anything that's like I mean, like that's like a plant. Yeah, like a plant based.
Yeah.
For it. Right?
But yeah.
Like, who knows what else could be a what else?
I mean, again, based off of
could there be a virus dead man? Could there be based on a virus?
Based off of the Hyper Revice DVD or the Hyper Battle DVD, we know that George is the one that's winging it of just like fucking yeah. This one's a chicken. This one's a fucking I don't know. How about a dung beetle? Just hey, 420. Oh god, man! I could just get a J. I'm not even gonna do that right now, but
okay.
like I could literally just smoke for like that's literally what he's doing. He's just getting high and going, all right. So we're gonna make a build version. We're gonna make a build stamp. All right, we're gonna have it be a kangaroo, and Vice is gonna be a little baby stuffed animal. That's what he's gonna be, and it's gonna really fucking suck for him.
Yeah, fuck Vice. Fuck Vice. I hate him. He called my skateboard idea dumb. Right? I'll never forgive him for that. Right? He still hasn't apologized for that. Right?
How dare he?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Subaru Kimura is really, really adamant that Jiko didn't do it. Jiko couldn't be the culprit. And they're like, well, let's go investigate.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so Daiji and Phoenix are like, okay, well, we'll go investigate and check his house. And Sakura's like, I'll go beat up the dead man. And he goes, okay. You guys do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Iki goes through all the fucking... he lives through his past memories and all that. We see this moment. Honestly, very good. It was a pretty good acting moment, like, from... Iki's actor. Like, I actually felt like that was a pretty good expression of, like... That was an actually pretty good, like, just straight-up drama scene, I guess.
Oh, when
he's in the hospital and, like, he's upset.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
Because at first I was going to go, wait, how do you know the parts that you weren't there for? And it's like, oh, no, he just stood outside the door and cried. Like, Iki just, stands... Like, at first I was like, how does Iki know that his friend was still in the room, like, crying? And then it cuts to Iki standing outside the door, crying, like, himself, listening and crying. Like, it's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Right.
But yeah, back to Lovekov, and Sakura.
Boy.
Yeah. Back at it again. Lovekov getting, running into walls.
Yeah, unnecessarily hurting herself in the show. Boy, they really like to have Lovekov potentially injure
running
herself,
into
right?
just like getting possessed. Like Lovekov's like got, I guess, two moods, right? One is doing nothing and running around trying to protect herself or trying to like hide, and then just self-destruction, just immediately kamikaze into a wall.
So it's either one or the other.
That's
like,
it.
That's the
only two modes that she has.
I mean, yeah, to the point where she knocks herself.
I mean, to be fair, right? It's if it really is considered like, you know, a not introspection, but a like part of Sakura's like inner self, it is like kind of funny if you think about it that way, of just like, yeah, Sakura has two moods, fighting and causing problems for herself. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, yeah, that works, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Also, I keep forgetting that only other people with demons can see demons, right? When Akayushi was speaking to boy, I don't. Is this Gifu? What is this, like a Gifu avatar?
It's Veil. What do you mean?
Is this
he
Veil?
says Veil.
Is this? Oh, does he say Veil? Oh boy, I missed it. Uh oh. Oh. There's a
Yep.
fire alarm going on in the background. Oh boy. I don't know if Tariq is in
Nope,
danger
I'm not
right
in
now.
danger.
Okay.
Nope,
I think Tariq is putting out the
No,
fire.
girlfriend was
he's getting,
just baking pizza rolls, and I cut off the smoke detector for a sec. They got real hot. Anyway, ABR. But yeah. Anyway, fucking.
Oh wait, is this Red Demon Veil? Boy,
Yes, that's what I just
that.
said. I've been saying that. Yes, it's Veil. He says Veil.
Oh boy. I must have completely missed that line at some point, because I've been really confused who the fuck this Red Demon guy is.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
that was like a geek.
That's why I was saying, like, there's things that we see here that we could have thought about, that, like, we could have, like, that were speculated on but are confirmed. There isn't, like, a crazy amount that happens, but there's stuff that we learn and get confirmed with. One of them being, also, which inherently, like, implicitly, like, which implicates that Veil is also the red demon that attacked Genta's family when he was in the Veil series.
Oh yeah, look, they're probably gonna work that out.
I'm just saying.
Look, there's still 3 episodes of Veil Legacy left, you know, right? We still got time to explore this, you know, right? So we still don't even know how the demon still even actually works. Maybe Veil has always been in Genta for all we know.
I mean, it could be.
Right?
I mean, the thing that I think that's interesting is, like, last episode, Papa Karizaki was like, hey, he could be a descendant of Gifu too. And now it's like, well, I don't really know what that would mean if he's a descendant of Gifu, and yet he's got, like, he knows Veil. Like, he's, like, is Veil his demon, or is it fucking the dad's demon? I thought it was the dad's demon, but I guess is he Akaishi's demon? Did Akaishi have him first? Is it Akaishi's demon that he put inside of the Veil driver? Like, what exactly?
Right, at least the Veil demon can now, just technically walk around now without hindrance.
I mean, yeah.
Right? Right, he can just make his way around if he wants to. You know, it's like, yeah, I can do this. Right, I could no strings on me anymore. I don't have to go back to my little hermit crab shell from now on. Right, right. I'm a big boy
the biggest boy.
Right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I completely skipped that.
No,
one.
that was the important thing,
said.
Especially because he says it right when what's her name? I feel like
Nurse.
Yeah, but I feel like they said her name recently, or at least
I'm pretty sure they have said her name.
I know I saw it looking at the episode. Did we even say what the? Oh, you did say what the episode title was. Fuck. I can just go to Phoenix. Akemi. Akemi.
Okay.
But like Akemi walks by and was like, "Oh shit! Well, there's the evidence. Like he's been found out." And I thought this bitch. This bitch is about to die.
It's not just they're
gonna kill her, and then it's like, "Oh, she can't see anything."
It's not an old man talking to himself, you know, right? Like that definitely proves he's working with right.
Well, that was the funny thing of like, and she can't see the other side of the conversation, so there's nothing really proven there.
Right, all she saw was an old man talking to himself in the middle of the room, you know?
Which is a completely normal thing in this universe where people actively have demons.
She's gonna report this to the higher-ups.
Yeah, the higher-ups.
Don't investigate.
Of also him.
Yeah, right. And she'll use her professional medical examination, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right? She has whatever that thing does.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but no, yeah. But yeah. So hey, George thinks that should I use the demon's driver
my
again?
precious, precious.
So he's really picky about that, right?
The funny thing is, we didn't see any of that with Hiromi, and I don't know what that's about. Like, why specifically for George, he's getting like. Sort of like, I don't know if he's power hungry or if he just wants to be a Kamen Rider that much, or if it's like it's actively affecting him.
because I have to assume this has to still relate to the demon themes of the show, right? Because the reason why Hiromi, because like Veil was still in the Demon's Driver at that point, right? Right, so there was like something that was like taking off the hinders, like the negative side effects, right? Like like Veil's like yum 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 yum.
Yeah, there was something else in there
energy.
that could that was the source of the power, basically.
Right, yeah, so I guess that's why George was like, oh boy, hey, I technically don't have a, I mean, I have demons.
Yeah, I have demons, but that's more of like, I need to talk to my dad more. Like, I'm mad at my dad for faking his death.
I don't have some spiritual evil entity in me that allows me to team up to use this, right? So I guess I shouldn't use this until I get my own demons, right? It's like a fucking fuck. What's his name in Fairy Tail? The Steel Dragon guy.
Gajio.
Yeah, Gajio, right? It's like I don't have my own cat.
Yeah, I need my cat. When am I gonna get a cat? And then I'll get the best cat.
Because he has his stupid driver, but everyone else has a cat, aka a demon. He does. It's like, damn, that's not fair. I
deserve a cat
now. Right? I could be a Kamen Rider, so
if I'm a Kamen Rider, too. Why don't I have a cat?
Right? Yeah, it's just great how George is like actually contemplating, like, this looks really good to use right now, but right? But it's like, but you can clearly see that George has like some, right? There's like actually something like, oh wait, no, I can't, like this, like unlike where it kills Hiromi, this can actually kill me because there's nothing to offset using once again dangerous government grade technology that hasn't been properly tested.
Yeah, all I did was use Hiromi as a guinea pig. I never actually expected me to have to use it.
Right. But yeah. So Iki quit soccer.
Yeah, Iki quit soccer due to the pressure his friend put on him about being the best there ever was. Why didn't you carry on my dream? Which, I mean, it also, again, makes, like, the whole interaction that Iki had with him, like, make way more sense, because essentially his friend just felt gaslit. Like, basically Vice gaslit Iki and his friend to the point that Iki gaslit his friend also in addition. Like, he went, what are you talking about? What promise? What accident? What happened? Why aren't you playing soccer? I don't get it. Like, that would be pretty fucking annoying. Like, I'm sorry, bitch, what? Like, you took out my remember when you took out my fucking legs? Like, what? No, that wasn't me. That doesn't sound like something I would do. I would never. We were great friends, right? No. Jesus Christ.
Oh, not a fire.
Oh, hey.
Boy.
I found out how to take the battery out.
Oh boy, I don't think you should take a battery out of the smoke detector, unless you're changing
that's fine.
Right? That's what they tell you.
My apartment's small enough that the best smoke detector I have right now are my eyes.
Oh, okay. Or as long as it's not one of those weird comical
situations. Hey, look, 420.
Oh, that's right, yeah. 420, that's right, will invalidate it, right? Yeah. Yeah, but hey, so Iki makes up with his
makes up with his friend who is because Daiji Daiji and Phoenix go to Jiko's house and find Jiko also passed the fuck out in a dream state. Which is perfect because then he gets to send then George gets to go, hey, your sister's getting her ass kicked, go save her. And just gets to find her punching into walls like a goddamn broken NPC. Which I thought was great. She was actually running like a fucking person trying to like glitch into a Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, no, it was pretty great, right? So the Jiko.
I think Jiko and fucking Iki had a goddamn inception moment, and they both shared the same dream.
Right, where they shared the same. That's why I was really confused when we see Jiko again in the park fountain or whatever, and it was like, wait, is this supposed to be Iki's interpretation of Jiko forgiving him, or the fact that they're both passed out by the same drug produced by the monster?
They had a shared hallucinogenic experience.
420
experience? Yeah, they had no. This is some fucking goddamn fuck. I always forget the thing that Joe Rogan is always talking about. Fucking it's not Olteca. It's something. Oh Jesus, ayahuasca. There it is. Yeah, it's a fucking ayahuasca like fever dream, like just we both tripped nearby each other,
Right.
so we had the same thing.
Right, yeah, okay, that's what I want to make sure of, right? When I saw this, see, I was really confused, like, wait, is this the same... Right, I was trying to figure out which Chico this was,
Yeah.
right? Right, because we know that Iki can produce the memory of them, right? I was like, right, I wasn't sure if this was, he subconsciously was producing these memories, or this, right? It's like that goddamn scene in Gundam Built Real, right?
Yeah.
Right, when they're on the bus, right, and we're really confused about what was actually happening with the two characters, right?
I'll say it's probably less like Gundam Build Real and more like actual real Gundam, where they do a thing and they go, like, oh hey, we're fighting, and now we are in the dreamscape and we're talking about our feelings and our emotions are clashing against each other. Why are you killing? I didn't want to kill. I'm sorry that I'm killing. But I have to do this to save my family, and I was an orphan, and here's my entire backstory. And share my memories with you in this moment of new type ecstasy. Woo! Like, it's basically that. Subaru Joe Rogan Kimura fucking gets him high as shit. So that he can solve... because he knows... Look, if there's one thing that you can believe that Subaru Kimura would support, it's Joe Rogan. He and Joe Rogan have a lot of similarities and things that they think are acceptable to say and do. And so the answer was, I'm gonna get you high so that you can sort out all your problems with your friend.
Yeah.
If I get you and your friend high, I want to be clear. If I can get you and your friend high without your consent, you guys will solve everything. I promise this will solve everything for you.
Right? I was thinking, like, boy, are they actually gonna make Subaru Kimura the quote unquote?
All I have to do is drug you guys, and then you'll figure it out. Right. You'll come out of this feeling way better.
But even then, they're like, I forgot they can't make him an actual.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't expect it to be this strong. It's like, well, yeah, you just drugged two people, again, without consent. You don't know what their fucking preconditions were. Like, could have fucking given Iki or Jiko a fucking heart attack. Who knows?
But don't worry, they made it up.
Yeah, they made it up. And now Jiko can become the new Subaru Kimura.
Right, he could be the new, better voice actor now, right? Yeah, and I just like how they just take him out. I was like, oh, yep, there you go. Right? It's like, oh yeah, hey, all right, there you go. Now that I had you guys make up with your drug, I guess I'll get caught. Right?
You can arrest me now.
Me be defeated. Yeah, So Tariq, I don't know how much you follow Subaru Kimura on Twitter, right?
I really don't.
Okay, I don't either, but I saw this happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after this episode aired, right? Mm-hmm. So as you know, we live in the digital age,
mm-hmm.
right? Where stuff happens and stuff gets traction. So people were messing with the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
To the point where if you were to type Subaru Kimura's name into Japanese Google with his name in kanji or kata, right? Yeah. Hey, those were that good autocorrect terms that were showing up.
Oh boy.
I think there was like arrest.
Ooh.
Subaru Kimura.
Damn, they just really fucked with his SEO.
Bad. Oh yeah, and look, but unfortunately for him, that he was fine with that, right? Because it didn't show up Subaru Kimura black.
I mean, I looked at Google Images for it, and it came up pretty. The at least the African circle thing came up pretty quickly.
Oh okay. Oh yeah, but did you check Japanese?
No,
Google
I didn't. But
search results. That's the problem. Yeah. See, because remember, he only cares about the Japanese search algorithm,
just like,
right? The American.
Look, he is Japanese German. He doesn't have to care about a lot.
Right? But yeah, no, that's something that actually came out of this episode, right? When he got, right? Because in the show, after he got arrested, like how his fucking actual fucking thing happens in real life. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then Toei realized that since they already paid these voice actors to voice their stupid characters, don't have them appear in the show as well.
Might as well.
Right? They're like, hey, you're already on set. Let's move let's just bring a camera in here and
wear the clothes that you were wearing off the street and just fucking go for it.
Yeah, right. You exist within this fictional universe as an actual real life character.
Yeah, and you can even jerk yourself off and have the characters say how much he likes himself.
Right? Yeah, boy, it took me a while. I was like, when they showed the voice actor, I was like, boy, that would be real funny if that was Love Kofu's voice actress, right? And then the subtitle actually appeared, right? And it said that, oh no, this is actually the actual voice actress for Love
Wait,
Kofu,
I didn't realize that.
Fucking great. Oh, did you not know that?
I looked at who she was and I was like, I didn't look at like I don't think I saw. Maybe they didn't have that updated. Hold on, let me see. Chihiro Inoue.
It should be fucking.
Oh wait, no.
No, that's the. Miku Ito, right?
Oh yeah, also plays a fictionalized version of herself in the episode. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, oh, that's pretty great. Oh, like, yeah, they already have these voice actors on right in the room next door whenever they
Yeah.
put them up.
No, they just turned. They probably just turned to the actual studio and just said, "Hey, we're gonna just slap a computer or a camera in here."
Yeah, and here, say these lines,
Yeah.
right? Right, like, hey, right, yeah. Boy, so I don't know who the other voice actor got. I was trying to see if he had any Kamen Rider correlations from what I can tell.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he did. That's okay. That was when I. Okay, hold on. Horikawa Ryo.
Look at it. I don't. I mean, he was in Akiba Ranger.
He's Captain Falcon.
Ranger. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, if I couldn't find any actual. Well, what? He's Vegeta. What?
Oh well, there we go.
Oh,
that's something.
yeah.
He's been Vegeta for a while. He was in Shinkenger.
Toei needs these. Yeah. Toei needs these. Toei needs to have their voice actor do something where they're not uploading episodes for like up to 3 weeks due to the fact that they don't have a good security system.
That's a whole thing. But don't worry, there's new episodes coming soon now that we've fixed the.
I think it's coming back this week, I believe, or last week.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Anyway, Iki and Daiji decided to tag team the shit out of the Reflegia Dead Man.
After having a cool anime speech moment, right? That's what, like, as soon as they showed Jiko doing the, I was like, boy, they're gonna cut to
and they're gonna line up. Yeah, it's gonna line up, and they're gonna say
right. I was expecting them to do that. I was like, oh man, they actually did it. I was joking when I thought about that. You know, like I was just actually right. That
said, we get to see.
They gotta let know how cool Iki is. Like, he's the hero.
I mean, we got to see the Thundergale the full power of the rolling vice stamp, because or the rolling jack vice stamp. Is that what it's called? Because like we know that it's been we've seen it all with like paintbrushes before, but I guess with Thundergale he can just do a whole bunch of fucking elemental buffs.
Right? So I was like, oh, I didn't realize.
And he can give them to other people. Like, he did it a little bit the first time, but it was like, or no, I think he did it a little bit when he was still fused with, when it was still just like rolling jack, or like when it was just Jack Vice. Right. But it was like, it was only like 3. This time it was a whole fucking like, just array of buffs, like spewing out, and you just hit him with everything.
Oh yeah, no. It's like look. If you ever play Final Fantasy 14, you know what this is all about. Like he's just prepping the squad, you know, right? Giving everyone's buff before you go to the raid, basically. Right.
A little bit of fire mana, a little bit of ice mana,
Yeah, I was like, oh man, this Rolling Vice is pretty insane.
Yeah, especially because then Daiji just keeps using them and flying through them like they're goddamn buffs in like GTA or like just rolling around like fucking Sonic, just flying through and getting attack buffs.
Yeah, right. Like I'll take this thunder element. You know, I'll add this thunder.
Yeah, element, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A splash stage. You know, right?
But yeah. Anyway, the boy Iki and Jiko then go and talk about it in real life, proving that they clearly talked in the fucking dream world. which is fucking
Right.
insane of just what that implicates with the fucking Rafflesia demon, dead man.
Right.
And then we get back to the house, and Iki, I guess, has finally pieced together that the fucking So, here's what I'd say. So Iki finally pieces together that he's not in these pictures. I think that the reason why
Right.
the pictures are missing him, and the reason why this is important, is because Vice taking his memories away is because Iki wouldn't know that he wasn't... Iki wouldn't know that he was supposed to be in that picture, because he's lost his memory of that moment. So every lost picture is a memory that he's lost. But
Right.
it doesn't really make sense, because everyone else should still be able to look at that picture and go, wasn't our brother in that picture just a second ago? And even
Right,
George
right?
watched it happen and was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. Because this is not like, you know what I'm saying. I keep going back to the Future because it actually does it really well. It's like, oh yeah, you messed up with the timeline. Now you're being erased, right? Because this doesn't work with how they're trying to present it, right? Right. It would make sense more if Iki was starting to forget these memories,
Well,
right?
but he did
Right,
forget
hey,
the whole thing
hey,
with the...
hey, when do we take this picture of us at
Right.
the beach or some shit, right? Right, it's like, hey, boy, that was hey, that's a good. When did I take this photo of me at the park as a kid or something like? Right, if it was the other way around where Iki's forgetting.
Yeah, and we've clearly proven that other people do still remember it, because the mom and the dad still remembered the fire, even though Iki didn't have any memory of it. So it's like the other people that are there still know that it happened, but Iki's memory is definitely failing. And now it's just gotten to the point where when Vice says yeah, look, it's not even about trauma anymore. Literally every time that you use your power, it's doing a one-for-one trade of some memories. I don't really know what the exact... It seems like it's happening on a different exchange rate, though, for certain things. I can't really find a pattern of what it would be. I don't know if it's every time he gets a new Vice stamp.
Yeah, no. The exchange, the current economic situation.
Oh God.
Right. The exchange rate, makes no sense. Is whatever they want it to be.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan with how this photo thing is being handled.
It's at least it's some kind of fucking explanation. They've been really putting off this.
It's still a pretty bad explanation, right? Like I said, if it was the other way around where Iki forgets the memory, right? Because Vice says that, you might lose memory of your family one day, right? I was like, all right, yeah, cool, right? Just have Iki be like, hey, who's this in the picture with me, right? Right? And he posts I don't know, Sakura, and everyone's like, that's your sister, or some shit like that, right? That would make more sense than Iki just randomly, if a ghost were to randomly go into your, a person would just randomly go to your, take your family photo, scan it, go to Photoshop, digitally alter yourself out of the photo, put it back into framing, bring it back into your house, and put the photo frame right back in, right?
Yeah.
That would make more sense than this, right? It's just really weird how the fact that Iki's the one that's losing memory, but it's affecting the real life, right? Because I feel like this should be more an internalized thing, oh yeah, Iki, you're gonna lose your memory, right? You're gonna, right? It shouldn't make sense for it to actually affect physical objects in that sense, right? This should be more an internal thing, right? Where he's the one that's actually losing his memory of stuff, right? It's just very weird how they take it as well, because I was really confused by how when they first introduced that plot, I was like, what the fuck's going on with this, right?
Oh, hey, by the way, so I'm looking back on it, because I wanted to look at this. So Yuto Sakurai, hold on, oh, sneeze. So, in Deno, he was the past version of his future... Of the present... Okay, the present is 2007, but the one that is actually the Kamen Rider is his past self from, Jesus, 10 years prior, or something like that. I don't know exactly how far back it is. But the fact is, he has the Zeronos cards, and that's what like lets him transform. And then every time he turned into Zeronos, he'd burned a card. And it would take the memories from people who knew him. So it was taking memory, it was less of your memories being lost, but other people's memories being lost of you. And he keeps using them until he burns all of them, and then he has to get... And basically, everybody starts to forget him, and then his future self apparently gives him more, and it will just displace his future self through time and space every time he's transformed. Which is like, Jesus, okay. And, yeah, there's a whole bunch of fucking weird, it gets into, like, back to Deno's, like, overall theme of, like, time stuff, but it's basically, like, it fucks with time.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, seems less, like, honestly, when you think about it that way, it makes what Vice is doing a little bit less, like, over the top. He's literally just fucking with, Iki's memories and doing some really good Photoshop, like magic Photoshop, essentially.
Yeah.
Because it's still there. Like other people are still getting to keep their memories. He's not erasing those moments from time. He's literally just taking those memories away from Iki. So it could be more batshit crazy. Like I knew there was another Kamen Rider that had
other people are noticing. Right?
But I'm just saying,
right? Like it was just Iki noticing, like saying, "Hey, where am I in this photo?" And people looking at what are you talking about? You're right there. He's like, "I don't see." Like that would make more sense.
Well,
like,
the question,
this should have been more like it.
I guess it's like
of internalized trauma thing than an actual. Hey, this affects everyone. Everyone realize it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I just feel like, all things considered, that's the easiest, like, that's probably the easiest way to explain it. And there might be more to it than that. It might be more of, like, he's losing his self is being absorbed altogether. It doesn't really explain why it would be him getting, like, sucked away from the past, but I think we just kind of have to, like, accept that it's, like, this is related to a memory thing.
Right. Yeah, so that's just this week's episode. I think I went with reverse Back to the Future, I guess. Right? Hey, next week looks like a prime opportunity to write Sakura off for a few episodes, by the way.
Yeah, well, sure hope she doesn't get put in the hospital or something by the end of this fight or something.
Yeah. Or have to quarantine for like a week or something.
Maybe she gets stung by a bee and she becomes patient 0 and something.
Oh boy, that would be really bad. Don't want that to happen, Hey, maybe William will return next week from the multiverse again, right?
Meanwhile.
All right, that's this week's episode.
And there's the meme.
Oh, that's the meme. All right. Oop. Yep. All right, that's this week's episode. Hey, coronavirus is still a thing. Wash hands, wear a mask, get your shots. The booster's a thing now. Okay, thanks. Bye.